Hey, y'all. Welcome to another Chocolate for Breakfast on a Saturday morning. So glad to be here with you all. And I have the funniest chocolate for breakfast story, which I will share with you shortly. So for those of you who are joining me for the first time, I always make some chocolate for breakfast on Saturday mornings to celebrate good things happening in my life. And I talk about 3 things that I'm celebrating. And I invite all of you who are live to say hello and tell me what you're celebrating if you are feeling so inclined. Tell me what you're celebrating with, if you're celebrating with chocolates or a cup of coffee or a glass of whiskey, whatever it gives you pleasure first thing in the morning. I highly encourage, because we should wait for desserts to have the most awesome chocolates in the world, or whatever our delectable treats might be. So anyway, I'm so glad to be here. Hi, Jay. I see you here joining me. Thank you for being here. It's exciting to have you here. And if you happen to watch this on the live, or excuse me, on the replay, I also encourage you to say hi in the comments below and tell me what you're celebrating too. And as always, if you have a favorite chocolate or chocolate recipe, I'd love to know what it is. So today I decided to make chocolate crepes. And the reason why I thought about doing this is because I've done this before on this channel, but one of the reasons why I've made chocolate crepes in the past is because I came across this amazing recipe through BuzzFeed, of all places. And they have this amazing recipe where you take chocolate crepes and then you pile them up on top of each other with layers of whipped cream in between. And then you have this like stack of crepes with whipped cream in the middle, and then you take some chocolate ganache and you pour it on top, and it creates this beautiful cake. And when you slice into it, it's like black and white with whipped cream and crepe, and it's so delicious. I can't even tell you how good it is. And it's not only that, it just looks so beautiful. And I thought, what a fun thing for all of you out there who are looking for something maybe a little different for the holiday season. Maybe you want to make something a little, a little different, still just as yummy, and something a little chocolatey that's different than chocolate cake. But here's the thing, is that you really have to be somewhat decent at crepe making, or you have a crepe pan. Because here's the thing with crepes is, like, when you pull them up, it's really easier if you kind of use your hands almost. You get the edges and you pull them up and you turn them over, and they stay nice and beautiful, and that with a spatula doesn't get them all yucky. Or you have to have this crepe pan. And so a crepe pan doesn't have the edges coming up. It actually is curved like this. And so it makes it so much easier to make crepes. And I do not have a crepe pan. And in the past, when I've made them, I've made it with my daughter, Lura, who is so amazing at pulling up the crepe and then flipping it over. She's so much better at it than I am. And I just couldn't figure it out. Now, I've looked online. I tried it a couple different ways. But basically what I came up with was sort of like this gooey mess. You probably can't even tell. It's just basically a gooey mess I had to scrape off the pan. And usually the first one will be like that, and then the pan's kind of cured, and then it helps you make the rest of them. But I tried it 3 times with 2 different pans. I looked up some tips online, and one of the things they said was put a little extra oil in the pan the first time, and then after that it should be fine, which is actually what we did last time. So we kind of did that by accident last time, but I just could not get it to work this time for the life of me. I just couldn't. So right now, this is what I got, and I'm just gonna put it back in my fridge. So one of the tips that it did say was that you should put the crepe, and it's really kind of runny, because you put a 1/4 cup in a pan and you let it run around. One of the things that they say is you should put this in the fridge before you start making it, because it will stick to the pan less if you do that. And the recipe did suggest you chill it. So maybe I just didn't chill it enough. I don't know. Totally possible. If you out there have made crepes in the past and you have any tips for me, I would love to know. Any thoughts at all? I'm thinking just a crepe pan will solve my problem, but I don't know. I might have to stop by on the way home and see how much they are and get crepe pan, because it's such a fun cake to make for the holidays. But if nothing else, I can get my daughter to help me after this is chilled a little bit more. So anyway, we'll see how that goes. So let's get to the celebrations. The first thing I'm celebrating today is my daughter, because she is an expert crepe maker and is going to help me with this awesome cake that I'm going to make later, and also because I love her so much and she's so much joy to be around, and she just had her last day of school before Christmas vacation, so I get to spend a little bit more time with her the next couple weeks. I'm super excited about that, and having some fun making Christmas cookies and other fun Christmas crafts besides just the crepe cake. So, and by the way, I will put the recipe in the description below for those of you so you can see what a cool cake this is. Like I said, I've done in the past and it turned out so beautiful. And it's just a really great, and also the link has like a little video on how to make it and how beautiful it looks. And the chocolate ganache that goes on the top, just sort of like, you don't even have to do anything but just pour it. And it just naturally makes this beautiful casing for the cake. Anyway, I gotta let this go until I have my girl back in the kitchen with me. So the second thing I'm celebrating today is I am celebrating fantasy gratitude. So what is fantasy gratitude, Jen? Well, I've been doing this thing this week where I write down things that I'm grateful for as if they already happened. So for example, and things that I have a fantasy of. So for example, I have a fantasy of having 100,000 YouTube subscribers. So I've been saying, thank you. I'm so grateful that I have 100,000 YouTube subscribers. So this is a kind of a fun exercise to do as sort of a part of your morning routine, is write down a lot of the things that you want to happen, goals. And I highly suggest you start with your fantasies. Start with the things that maybe seem like they're completely unreachable and write them down. And then, if it helps, one of the things that might help you is think about different areas of your life. Like what are some of the fantasies you'd have in your relationship? What are some of the fantasies you might have in your career? What are the fantasies you might have with your financials? What are the fantasies you might have for your appearance or your body or your health? That kind of thing. If it helps all the different categories in your life, because that might help you kind of focus you where you want to fantasize in different areas. And then write down what you're grateful for in those areas, as if they happened already. And it's just been a really great way to kind of start my day. Makes me feel excited about some of my goals, and helps you, as I've always said, words make it real. So you write it down and you can feel it as if it's happening right now already. So I am celebrating my fantasy gratitude exercise every morning. And then the last thing I'm celebrating today is I'm celebrating the Ducks. I'm wearing my Duck t-shirt, Go Ducks. The football team is playing in a bowl today in Las Vegas against Boise State, which we kind of have a little bit of history there with them. Last time we played them, one of the players, a UO Duck player, kind of acted maybe out with anger, and so anyway, this will be kind of an interesting game today. I'm just excited the Ducks got to go. They actually have a new football coach, so that'll be fun too. So anyway, I'm super excited for the Ducks. I'm celebrating them and hoping that they win today. We'll see. Go Ducks. Okay, let's see what you guys are celebrating in the chat box. Let's see. Jay says he's celebrating Uber and convenient transportation. Love it. Dinner invitations. I love it. I love dinner invitations too. I hope you have a wonderful dinner wherever you got invited. And comedy, like Key and Peele. I am not familiar with Key and Peele. I love a good comedy though. I'm a huge fan of laughing in general. So I'm gonna check them out. That's cool. And you said you are celebrating with a Starbucks smoothie. Awesome. I'm curious what kind of smoothie you got. Did you get like banana strawberry, or do you like a frappuccino? They used to have the best smoothies. Just side note, they had these amazing mango smoothies and all these other ones you could add protein to. We used to stop a lot. My daughter and I would stop and get smoothies before dance because you can add protein to them and they're really delicious. But I don't know if they've done that up in Toronto, Jay, but they've cut back on their flavors here in the US. So basically all they have is strawberry banana, at least the last time I checked, unless they have new flavors. So it's kind of cool. And Jay saying you know a lot of tweaks to make you try crepes. I don't know if I really helped you because I can't seem to help myself. So if I have any other revelations as I make this crepe, I will put them in the description below too. I always do that whenever I make a recipe. If I have my own changes or suggestions, I always add that in the description. So, and you're having a mango one. That's awesome. See, they used to have those. I don't have them here. So I'm jealous that you guys have that. Oh, yay, Robin's here. Hey, Robin, welcome, welcome. You said you're celebrating family the second, not much traffic on I-5. I love it. You're like on your phone on I-5. That's amazing. I know you're coming down to celebrate with our family. Here's a little bonus celebration, celebrating family. Today also, I had my aunts, Judy and Uncle Don, come over with my parents last night, and they got a chance to peek at our house because they have never seen it before. So that was fun, and we just had little appetizers and a glass of wine, and that was super fun. So a little bonus celebration family time. So that's awesome. I love it. That's so great that you're able to see this while you're on the road. All right, guys, I so appreciate you being here. If you happen to catch this on the replay, please do share with me your favorite chocolate recipe or what you're celebrating. like, you know, as I've always said, when we celebrate awesome stuff, more awesome stuff comes to us. So keep celebrating, y'all, and keep eating chocolate for breakfast or whatever makes you happy first thing in the morning. All right, thanks for being here. Mwah, love you all, and we'll see you next week, almost before Christmas. I can't believe we're only a week away from Christmas. I got some shopping to do. All right, see you guys later. Bye.